News 8. This is breaking news.
The public safety family of Boone County is heartbroken. We have lost a K-9 officer, a deputy, a friend, a warrior, and a brother. There are no words that can explain the grief that we feel today.
A little more than an hour ago, we learned the deputy shot this morning in Boone County will not survive his injuries. That deputy is 30-year-old Jacob Pickett. The Boone County Sheriff says Pickett was shot in the head this morning while chasing a suspect. So here's what we've learned about this deputy. He's been in law enforcement for 5 years, 2 with the Tipton County Sheriff's Office, 3 years in Boone County. As you heard the sheriff mention, Pickett was a K-9 officer with the department. He leaves behind a wife and 2 young boys. We have team coverage tonight. David Williams is at St. Vincent Hospital in Indianapolis. Julian Grace and Brenna Donnelly are in Boone County following the timeline of today's tragic shooting. But I want to send it out now to Phil Sanchez, who is anchoring our coverage tonight from Lebanon. Phil, good evening.
Brooke, good evening to you on this somber night in the small town of Lebanon. We'll get to Brenna and reaction from the community coming up here in a moment. But the shock is overwhelming here in this Lebanon community, this small Boone County neighborhood that a lot of people say is quiet. Shocked that they knew the suspects involved in this, and shocked that a deputy is dead tonight. A deputy who had so much passion. It was felt by so many people in this community. Our David Williams live at St. Vincent Hospital right now with more on not only his life, but also what unfolded there at that hospital this afternoon. David, good evening to you.
Good evening. You know, Phil, this is absolutely heartbreaking news to hear. I'm standing not far from where Deputy Jacob Pickett is here at St. Vincent Hospital on Indianapolis's north side. You know, when you walk inside that hospital and you see those officers from across central Indiana, you can feel how heavy their hearts are here at the hospital. And you can also see that sadness in their eyes. We are learning more about the deputy today. We have learned that the 30-year-old deputy, as you have understood, was a 5-year law enforcement veteran. He is a husband and a father of 2 young children. The Boone County Sheriff says Pickett was hired 3 years ago after he worked in Tipton County for 2 years. The sheriff said Pickett loved his career and enjoyed being a K-9 officer. In fact, Pickett was showing his K-9 brick to school children right before this happened today, the sheriff said. The sheriff said he noticed Pickett's passion when he hired him, calling Pickett a warrior.
We live in a different world than we did 30 years ago. We live where evil is present every single day. And our guys suit up every morning and gals suit up every morning, and we go to war. And today we went to war, and we lost one of our warriors today.
You could see the sheriff wipe away what looked like a tear when he was giving that announcement this morning. He also mentioned something poignant. This is the first time this has happened in decades, actually 80 years or more, that they have lost a deputy in the line of duty. The last death was back in 1935. So you can get a sense of just how deeply saddened and the loss that this department is feeling, and all of the officers in law enforcement that are still here at the hospital tonight. I'm David Williams, live in Indianapolis at St. Vincent's Hospital. Phil, back to you.
All right, David, thank you very much. What a hero he was, and as you can imagine at home, what this community was like when this all unfolded this morning. A chaotic scene, a lot of residents forced to stay inside. Our Julian Grace was on scene when this all developed. Julian's joining us now live from another part of Lebanon tonight. Julian, good evening to you.
Hey, good evening, Phil. I can tell you that detectives, they canvassed the entire neighborhood here. They tried to talk to as many residents as possible as they tried to piece this investigation together. Now, as you stated, Phil, we were on the scene shortly after that call for help came in. Take a look at this video. This is what we spotted the moment we got on the ground here. When we got here, police kept us about 1.5 miles away from the scene. Deputies opened up the scene after they announced they arrested a 3rd suspect. Our first stop was to the Eastwood apartment complex, about a couple of blocks from the scene, which investigators say was the last known address of one of the suspects, John Baldwin Sr. A resident told us she was detained at her apartment and was questioned about John Baldwin, But she says she doesn't know John Baldwin and that he was the previous tenant here at this location. Then we watched as SWAT team members were given the all clear and they packed up their gear and told residents they can go back inside their apartment complex. After it was all over, we talked to one resident who says the officers did a good job making sure everyone felt safe.
They did an excellent job. They came through and made sure, they surveyed the perimeter of the school, and you would see them come by checking out the school. So they did a great job, and the school administration did a great job through their updates on, because we did check social media just to find out what else was going on. And they did a great job alerting the parents what was going on and announcing to students about the lockdown.
I can tell you right now, detectives are still milling around this community, talking to residents here and there. Now, coming up all new at 6 o'clock, you'll hear from more residents and what they have to say about this tragedy that unfolded right here in their neighborhood. I'll have it for you all new at 6 o'clock. Phil?
All right, looking forward to it, Julian. Thank you very much. Brenna Donnelly joining us now. And Brenna, you've been out here all morning long, all afternoon long, talking to folks. What have they been telling you?
That's right. Well, lots of different things. There's lots of reactions that we've been seeing on the streets as well as in these people's homes. Julian was just at that apartment complex. That's just a block or two behind where we are. And that's where the chase section actually begin in this whole ordeal. They left that apartment complex, 3 of them in the car, the 3 suspects we've identified. They drove past the road I'm standing on, right here, Fordyce. They took around these turns and looped all over this neighborhood. And we know that because witnesses told us, but also there's evidence on the actual roadway. We saw some tire tracks as the driver apparently had gone cutting corners and driven on the lawns in between some homes. They almost knocked out signs, cutting corners. We had some neighbors, specifically one woman, she said that she saw the car, a silver Ford, driving past her home more than once with police in hot pursuit. Here's what she said. How would you describe
Oh, real fast. Almost hit that pole. And it was flying. It just back, like I said, we've seen it a couple of times. My husband had seen it down the street, coming through a couple of houses, and in between the houses. And we were just sure it was going to hit that home.
Now, she pointed out the tire tracks in front of her yard as well as in her neighbor's yards as well. She said that she witnessed one person in the car. And when we had the press conference with ISP Sergeant John Perrine, he explained that the single driver who was in the car after the other 2 had bailed out was John Baldwin Jr. He then took that vehicle and drove it to I-65, going the wrong way on that freeway. That's where he was apprehended. But somewhere in this neighborhood, the 2 suspects who were in the vehicle with Baldwin Jr. bailed out of the car. We know Anthony Baumgart and John Baldwin Sr. were those 2 people. Baumgart bailed out of the car and exchanged gunfire with the sheriff's deputy. Anthony was the one who was shot and also the one who pulled the trigger to hit our Boone County deputy as well. And then John Baldwin Sr. was able to escape on foot, but Sergeant Perrine tells us that he then turned himself in to authorities. Now, that woman we spoke to, Connie, she said that she knows all 3 of these suspects. She's actually distantly related to one of them. She was relieved to hear that they've been captured by law enforcement. She also said, Phil, that she heard 2 of the 3 gunshots that echoed in this neighborhood as she just watched from her front window this whole scene unfold. She said she was absolutely shaken by it, but again, so relieved to hear that at least those suspects are now in police custody.
No doubt about that. And we often hear times when we come out here on these scenes, oh, this is a very quiet neighborhood. Nothing like this ever happens here. In this case, that is the case. We checked the crime stats, very low in this Boone County neighborhood. Brenna, thank you very much.
Of course.
And we are learning more about the suspects tonight. They have extensive histories. Not what you would expect somebody who is allegedly charged with shooting and killing a police officer. But we want to go through some of the highlights that we were able to point out from doing our research here tonight. John Baldwin Sr. has been charged with battery resulting in bodily injury, OWI, endangering a person, and OWI with a scheduled 1 or 2 substance in body. John Baldwin Jr. has a longer rap sheet than his father. Some charges include 2 for resisting law enforcement, 2 charges of auto theft, check fraud, and identity deception. The 3rd suspect and the shooter, Anthony Baumgart, has been charged with theft twice, possession of meth, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Of course, they will now all face much more serious charges, with Anthony Baumgart possibly facing and allegedly facing the charge of killing this deputy earlier this morning. A lot of stories to be told out here in this Boone County neighborhood tonight. Brooke will be talking with people who have much more on this developing story, this very sad and somber story here from Lebanon. Back to you.
Phil, thanks so much. We'll check back in very soon. Meanwhile, words of sorrow and support coming from all over. This from the Cumberland Police Department. We are sad to hear that Deputy Jacob Pickett was fatally wounded serving his community. Our thoughts and prayers for his family, friends, and the Boone County Sheriff from Cumberland PD. And from Sergeant Tony Slocum of the Indiana State Police, heartbroken for Boone County Sheriff's Department and the family of Deputy Jacob Pickett. Godspeed, brother. Rest in peace. And this from Reverend Charles Harrison with the 10-Point Coalition. This is just sad and heartbreaking news about the Boone County deputy. My thoughts and prayers are with his family and the Boone County Sheriff's Department. May the blessings of God be with all our law enforcement officers who risk their lives daily to serve and protect us all. Amen. Our coverage of the shooting continues online at wishtv.com. There we have more information on just what happened this morning, video from the scene and from today's press conferences, a photo gallery, tributes to Deputy Pickett, and much more. It's all online at wishtv.com.